Joining us now to discuss this proposed rule change is Mallory Quigley, Vice President of Communications for the pro-life Susan B. Anthony list. Mallory, good to be with you today. Talk to us about the impact of this proposed change in the Title X rule. As we just heard, the White House press secretary told our Owen Jensen that none of the funds appropriated under this title will be used in programs where abortion, that is a method of family planning. From what you know, is that true?
Thank you so much, Tracy, for having me on. And Owen is doing a great job in the briefing room, I can tell you that. So this is really important. Under President Trump, the Protect Life rule prevented up to $60 million a year going to Planned Parenthood, the nation's largest abortion business. That was money through Title X. What the press secretary neglected to say is that Title X money is basically a slush fund. It can be used to pay Planned Parenthood's electricity bills. It can be used for advertising, and it's not just the issue of referring for abortions. We're talking about now sending money, opening back up the floodgates of taxpayer funding to Planned Parenthood abortion facilities and other family planning clinics where they are doing consultations for contraception in one room, aka their family planning, and then abortions in the next room. They're co-locating abortion and family planning. So this is a complete violation of taxpayer conscience rights. Money is fungible, and they're going to use these dollars at will, say, to spend on advertising to get women and girls from low-income communities into the door for contraception, and then be able to sell them abortions, really violating that idea that they are a trusted healthcare provider for women and girls, when we know that they're all about their bottom line via making money off of abortion.
Yeah, Mallory, as we know, this really isn't, a surprise, since President Biden actually campaigned to reverse President Trump's policy changes. That said, what do you think will ultimately happen here? Do you think it will take effect, or do you think at some point the courts will step in?
I think that it's likely to take effect. The thing that the viewers, that pro-life Americans can do at home, is to flood HHS and the regulatory office with comments about this proposed rule. When it goes into the Federal Register tomorrow, there'll be 30 days of a comment period, and we want to delay it as long as possible by just having hundreds of thousands of comments from pro-life Americans raising their concerns, saying that they don't want their taxpayer dollars going to Planned Parenthood in this way. Ultimately, I expect that, this is a reflection. We're not hopeful that we're going to be able to prevent this from going into effect. Votes have consequences. Elections have consequences. This is exactly why we did not want Joe Biden in the White House, because we knew that he would, put in place people like Javier Becerra, the head of HHS, who's behind this proposed regulation. But this is why, this is the president's right to be able to implement these types of regulatory actions without Congress. So it reveals the importance of elections, and it shows a sharp contrast with President Trump and the pro-life administration, and what we can do with the pro-life president in the White House versus what we have now.
Mallory, we have about less than 30 seconds left, but I really want to get to this last question. Also this week we reported that the FDA announced that women would not be required to visit a doctor's office in order to receive a prescription for an abortion pill during the COVID-19 pandemic. Can you quickly talk about that and the danger it poses?
Yes, this is a great danger to women and girls, women who are being trafficked, women who are being abused, just opening up the regulations and turning every mailbox into an abortion facility. This is pure partisan politics on the part of the FDA and the Biden administration, that they would allow the abortion industry to continue using the pandemic as an excuse to make abortions even more dangerous than they already are for women and girls, by putting them through that experience on their own. And it's a complete, reneging on responsibility that they have to the health and safety of women and girls in this country.
Well, Mallory, thank you so much. I wish we had more time to talk, but we have to leave it right there. Mallory Quigley, Vice President of Communications for the Susan B. Anthony list. Thanks again.
Thanks, Tracy.